All right, guys. So tonight we're going to do a vision goal setting call. Rachel's going to kick it off. So if you don't have a pen or paper, you might want that. If we can see your beautiful faces, that's even better because I think with goal setting, like it's really important to just be connected and present. And so just encourage you to be here. So a couple announcements. I know it's Christmas week coming up for a lot of you. But the big launch this week is coming up on Tuesday. Access to Shanti's new program, Dig Deeper, and we'll be posting some more information about that. That will be our first test group that everyone has the opportunity to be a part of starting January 1st. But all of the program materials and access to the different packs and everything will be available on Tuesday. So great opportunity to gift yourself the gift of health for the holidays. Maybe try something new. If you haven't done Energize or Recover, highly recommend. If you're doing Lift More Super Block right now, that is a great preview to what Shanti is going to be bringing to the table. Other than that, we're finishing up our free group this week. So if you have any friends that are maybe feeling a little off their game, it's a really great time to connect them with your partner or yourself and just allow them to be a part of this community. I think that's the biggest gift this time of year. And we all know that women tend to put themselves last. So don't be afraid to share what you love and let them be a part of this community because that January 1st start is really great. But if a new person's coming in, they need time to like ship their Shakeology and Recover and Energize or anything they want to try. So anyways, I will post some more information about that in the hub, but that is coming up and I'm really excited to do something together starting the new year. And Rachel, I will let you take it away. I think that was all of my announcements.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I'm a teacher, if you didn't know, so I go by slides very well. So I'm gonna do that and share my screen. Hold on. I can't do that. So I will be probably not looking at the chat because I want to make sure, there we go, that I'm looking at the slides the most. Okay. Let's see. Can everybody see? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. So this is all about vision and goal setting. So there's going to be like a section on vision and a section on goal setting and kind of like a vision board breakdown from the last 2 years that I have planned my vision board. And it's a lot of info. So bear with me. I'm going to try to keep it within the 30 minutes that we allot for our calls. But so this was, I'm going to keep my notes up because I have notes on my visions on my slides. The process of creating your vision requires you to focus on getting crystal clear about your dreams and envisioning the life you truly want. I saw that quote and I was like, this is perfect to kick us off because your vision is what you really truly want. It's not like what I can achieve realistically. No, it's like dream big. What do you really want? Because that's what's going to help you goal set for that vision and get closer to that. Your vision doesn't have to be attainable within a month, 2 months, a year. It might be like a 10-year vision process, but it helps you really get crystal clear on what you truly want in your life. So, objectives. Like I said, I'm a teacher. I got to work at like my topics. So, the whole point of vision and goal setting is to reflect on the past to see what has worked and what hasn't worked. We're going to recognize the progress that you've already made and how much success in the goals, how much your success and the goals are worth it. So, think about what you've done. What success did you have? What goals were worth it? And what goals can you push away? Manifest your higher self, create your big picture vision of your dream life, break that vision down into smaller goals so you can see a tangible success throughout the year. Schedule your goals to see success. That's huge when goal setting. And then stay focused on your goals throughout the year. Because I know, as we know, a lot of people start really big goals Jan 1 and then they fall off by March 31st or March, whatever. I don't even remember what it is, 30th. So scheduling it out and staying focused throughout the time. And I'm going to print the or share the slides so that way you guys have these. But here's some questions. We don't have a lot of time to like sit and think about them. So that's why I'm definitely going to share them with you guys. But these are some really good reflection questions for over the year. So when you get the slides and you look at these questions, give yourself a few minutes for each one and answer them truly, like from deep down. What were your 3 favorite moments or memories from the year? Your biggest accomplishments? The most important challenge you overcame this year? I know a lot of us have talked about this previously, so that's huge. What is a step you took in the right direction that you were really proud of this year? Describe a decision you made that helped you move forward. Y'all, these are huge. And not just for ourselves, but like for people that we serve. What are things that we have done? What are things that they have done to kind of boost their confidence? What is your biggest learning experience from this year? And what is an area of life you felt you really cultivated this year? So those are really awesome questions before you even get started on a vision, because it really makes you reflect on the amazingness that you already accomplished the last 365 days. Because we don't give ourselves enough credit. We don't really sit and think about all the things that we've done to then make our future even better. So next, if it will click. Okay, big picture goals. So now that you've reviewed, or after you review, you're going to think big picture, like dream big. Money is not an object. Like think of all the things that you want for your life, the where you want to live, what kind of car you want to drive, what kind of house you want. Do you want land? Do you want a like amazing condo? Like what do you want? That's what this big picture goal slide is for. Envision your life. Dream about all the things that you want. Do you want to live on the beach? Do you want to live in Hawaii? Do you want to live in New York? Like those are the things that big picture goals are talking about. So I kind of got some of this information from a really awesome blog. And so it says like take 5 deep breaths, like clear your mind, don't think about anything, and then dream about what you've always dreamt about. And that's kind of what it's talking about. No judgment. This is your dream. Whatever. You want to write a book? Awesome. Write it down. You want to buy a house? You want to buy 4 houses? Write it down. Do you want to start a family? Do you want to move somewhere crazy? Do you want to go like to a different country? Write it down. That's kind of what this is about. And then after that, current versus ideal self. So it says to answer these questions as your current self. So what you're currently doing. How do you spend your day? How do you feel? Who is part of your life? What is important to you? Where are you working? What's your income level? What impact are you making? And what are your passions, hobbies, interests? So that's what you do right now, currently. And then it says, after that, do it as your ideal self, like the person you've always wanted to be, like living the life you've always wanted to live. Answer the same questions and then see what the differences are. That will help with that big vision, with that big picture, what you want your life to be. Because we talk about becoming that girl, becoming the best version of ourselves. So what is she doing? What is she doing every day? Is she working a full-time job and doing body on the side? Is she just doing body? Does she have a family of however many kids? Is she married? Is she also doing like podcasts? Is she writing a book? Like anything that you want to accomplish in your life, that ideal person, answer those questions as her. Let's see. Whew, y'all, this is my slide. I've been doing this all week, and this is like bread and butter. After you find out what your big vision is, what your big goals are, who you want to be versus who you are right now, release the things that do not serve you. And I'm going to say it for the people in the back. Release the things that do not serve you. And if that is people, release them. If they do not serve you in the place that you are right now, or they don't serve the person you want to become, give yourself space from those people. It is not worth it. It is not worth your shine, your glow. It's not worth them dimming your light to make them feel better. You are worried about you and being the best person you need to be in the space that you are. And if that means backing off, that's what that has to do. You have to do it. I practiced this week, no joke. No joke. I even told Elizabeth pointed at me. I had to practice releasing because it was bringing me down. And y'all know, a lot of you know me personally. Rachel's not a downer. We are like positive jets over here. We are going, we are firing, we are happy. She's got music playing in her room 24/7. It's like a dance party in my classroom. But when there's people around that cause negativity or bring negativity, like I don't act the same. I change. My vibe completely changes. And then when that starts getting brought home, that's a problem. Especially now with a son that I have to worry about teaching him what it's like to be an adult and be a civilization, like live in society. Like that's not good. And I put my foot down, and so I separated myself, and because that's the person I want to be. I don't want to be around negativity if I don't have to be, and that's huge. So all that being said, release what's not working for you or working for the person that you want to become. And I know Brendan has said that multiple times or has shared it in Growth Day, release the things like I think that's like a mantra he had, release, 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 like whatever is not working. Okay. Clarity. So determine the areas of life you would like to set intentions and goals in. So I have kind of like an example at the end of the PowerPoint of the slides, but there's like areas of, there's a list. Hold on. Determine the areas of life you would like to set goals in. So there's 9 areas of life to grow: your mind, your body, emotions, career/business, your relationships. That's not just romantically, that's like friends, finances, self-care, spirituality, and then creative and fun. So those are 9 different areas you could be setting goals in. And honestly, those are 9 different areas I feel like all of us should have at least one goal in to be growing and who we are. So your mind could be podcasts, a book, your body, fitness, working out, emotions, like finding something that helps you calm your emotions down, whether it be music or some type of release or help to help boost your emotions, therapy, career. We got tons of examples for that. Relationships, like phone calls with friends once a week. I know Brendan does that every day. Going on a date night with your significant other. Finances, having certain sets of finance goals. Self-care, taking time for ourselves. Spiritual, whatever you believe in, make sure you're spending time in there. And then creative and fun could just be like going to the park with my family or going to walk to see the lights, like stuff like that. But there's places in every single area of your life you can be growing in. So this is a lot. This is a lot of text, but cultivating. So when it's talking about cultivating, it's really making a statement that this is what this area is going to be focused on. So I want to cultivate more meaningful relationships this year. These are examples at the bottom. Specifically with my partner and close friends, because last year I felt like I neglected these relationships. And I know that when I look back on my life, I don't want to have regrets about not spending time with the people I love. That's just an example for the relationship category, if that makes sense. And this is a financial example for what you want to cultivate. Not just I want to blank, but cultivate is kind of like you're putting time into it. You're making it happen. That's kind of a fancier word than I want to do this, because it's more of like your heart is into it, in my opinion, when you use certain verbs like cultivate. All right, next. Goal setting section. I know I'm going really fast because I really want to make sure that I dive in, and I will be sharing the slides. So don't worry if you're not writing everything down. Goal setting. So 2 to 3 goals in each area. So we talked about 9 different areas, and 2, 3 might be pushing it, but it just depends on what you really want to focus on throughout the year. If you want to focus on more 3 goals in like business or finance, and do that. So these are some tips on goal setting. Now, this is a lot, but SMART goals are what we're going for, ladies. SMART goals. So S means specific. So here's some examples. Instead of just saying, I want to get in shape. Okay, great. What does that mean to you? Be specific. So I want to get a Beachbody On Demand subscription and work out 5 days a week. That's great because you can measure that, which is the M. We're not there yet. But that's something that you can say, yes, I've done that 5 days a week. Check. I'm successful in my goal for that day. Measurable. So you have a criteria for measuring progress. And as teachers, we love data. So you have to be able to measure something if you want to grow in it. So instead of, I just want to lose weight, no, scratch that. I want to lose 10 pounds. I want to lose 20 pounds, whatever amount of weight you want to lose, if that's your goal, then write it down. Write the number down. It might be scary at first, but just write it down because it's going to happen if you actually put it to paper. Achievable. So ask yourself, do I have the resources or the capabilities to achieve the goal? If not, what am I missing? Okay. For me, I know that it might be achievable, but I don't want to do it. I'm not about to run a marathon. Okay. It would probably almost kill me because that's just a long time to run and my lungs do not work that way. But I feel like if I trained and like got to do it, maybe I would be it. But not right now. Like I wouldn't just go run a marathon all of a sudden. Like that, I know that's not achievable for me without some training. So that's kind of an example. Relevant. So that's a huge one because this is like your dream life. Is this going to help you get further to that dream life that you want? So, for example, if your dream involves sleeping in, if you're the girl, your ideal self is sleeping in, and you make a goal to wake up at 5 a.m. and work out with all of us, is that going to make you what you want? No, like that doesn't make sense. If your ideal goal is to sleep in and have a leisurely morning, like sip your coffee and read your book, your PD, then 5 a.m. club is not going to be it for you. Like it's great and all. I love my 5 a.m. club, but it's not it for you because that's not pushing you to be the person you want to be. And then time bound. That's huge. We talked about that when we were talking about like launches and everything. Having a set time to like cut off, that's going to make you push even harder for that goal. So, for instance, it creates urgency. It makes you more inclined to push for that or run towards that goal and work a little bit harder to attain it. Okay. I'm going fast. I know. I'm sorry. I'm like trying to roll. Okay, brain dump. Perfect. So when you are looking at your areas of growth, you're thinking about all the things, thinking about how you can write them in your SMART goal kind of way. Brain dump everything out, like your finances, like everything that you want to work towards, and then take those few chunks of things and then break them into your smaller sets of goals. So breaking your goals into smaller, more sustainable actions that you can take daily. So, for instance, if we're cultivating financial growth, this is my example for this. Review your finances and determine what you can remove or simplify. Like, because y'all know we like buy all these different, like, Spotify subscription, we have Apple CarPlay, we have all these things that we don't even know we're paying for. So, make sure you like look and see what you can kind of eliminate or you don't use. Set a budget. This is really hard for me. I really suck at setting budgets. I'm really bad at, I don't suck, but I'm really bad at setting budgets and sticking to them. Find a budgeting app, which is probably what I need. Get your partner and family on board to help keep you accountable with your financial goals. Put away a certain amount of money each month. If your goal is to build and save, that's a step towards that. Automate some bill payments that you don't even have to think about. They're already going to be taken out, but know that they're going to be taking out. So that way you have that mindset and this money is going to be going somewhere else. And then determine a savings goal. So those are little itty bitty goals to then help cultivate your financial growth that you want for 2024. If that makes sense. So you can do that in every single category for what you want. Okay, we're almost there. Got it. Okay. And then take that into monthly, weekly, daily goal setting. So maybe set aside some time at a favorite spot at your house. You light your candle to go over your goals every week, like every Sunday, or the first of the month. Meditate, review them for 10 minutes, add some value or add some time to your morning or nightly routines to go over them. Maybe during this period, consider deciding some time to review your vision, review your big picture goals. These are kind of like monthly ideas. Journal, gratitude journal, reflect on things that you've done to every month. Like go back, look at the month, see what you've done that's successful. Kind of do that big picture, like check in with yourself. Kind of what we do with our bod groups, like check in with each other, see how the month went. Plan accordingly for the next week, month, or quarter depending on where you want to, how long your goals are going towards, and then revise and check your timelines if you need to. Y'all, goals are like fluid. You can, yes, we want a time bound kind of situation, but for those like shorter goals, like they're more fluid. You want to be able to check in and see what's working and not. Because if it's not working, don't keep doing the same thing. That's called insanity. Okay. Um, so next, tackle the resistance. So journal on where your challenges and resistance related to your goals stem from. So for instance, if you go back to the release, think what's working, what's not working, release the things that aren't working. It's kind of what this is talking about. Because there's going to be challenges when it comes to your goals. Maybe people are not willing to start right now. Maybe you're struggling with the nutrition and like you can't find things, whatever. There's resources out there. But if you really can't do certain things, release it. Find something else that's going to serve you better, because that's what it's all about. Finding things that are going to serve you and your people the best. Schedule it. That's what it says. Schedule it. Reflect on your current methods of productivity. So if you don't, hold on. Reflect on your current modes of productivity. Do you have time blocked in your calendar? Do you have a planner? Do you have, like for me, I have a calendar on my phone that reminds me every day what I'm supposed to be posting. And some days I have to like schedule it a different day, but it tells me I've blocked it out. I've already put it on there. It tells me exactly what to post, when to post, like the things that I want to schedule out in advance, maybe like my recipes, I schedule as a task on my phone for like the week before or the weekend before when I know I have time, and it goes off on my phone. Hey, this is what you should be doing. Yes, thank you, maternity leave, for reminding me to wash my face and brush my teeth every day, because that's exactly what I used it for at the beginning. If you don't currently have a productivity ritual, create one. Use your phone, y'all. We have it as at our disposal. Like use it, set alarms, set timers. Like it's so good to work off a timer. Do the scary things first, you guys. Get up earlier. So yes, we use the exact example of the ideal self if you don't like to get up early, but get up a little bit earlier to get those things done that you know are going to help you grow. Like a lot of us listen to a podcast for personal development first thing in the morning, maybe on while you're working out, maybe after, but that's going to help you be productive. Consider setting reminders on your phone. Implement a nightly routine by checking in with yourself. And this is one that's really hard because you want to wind down. You want to put your phone to the side, but it's really good to think about what you did through the day. If you have growth day, he has a really good nightly journaling prompts that are awesome. I've done it a few times. I mostly do the ones in the morning, but the nightly ones are really good to check in with yourself. And then when you do that, you can do your daily self score, like how you did for the day instead of the next day, because that's always better. It's fresh on your brain. Tips for keeping up with your goals. Huge, because we get so discouraged so quickly. Make a wins list. It could be daily, it could be weekly, but what win did you accomplish today, this week? Accountability, talking to each other about it. That's huge. We know accountability is so helpful when we're on any type of journey, whether it's a vision journey, a fitness journey, just friendship journeys, like just being a person. Having accountability, having people to talk to about it is so big. Make a to-do when I'm feeling overwhelmed list. This one's a good one. Because sometimes we don't know what to do. Like sometimes I just cry. I just can't help it. It just comes out. But other times I will keep myself busy. I will move around, or I might just zone out, like close everybody out, put some music on, and just like breathe. Whatever you need, like make a list of different options that will help you when you get overwhelmed, and pick something from there when you do get overwhelmed. Like don't just make the list and then leave it, use it. Okay, quality over quantity. We know this. Quality relationships, quality like us serving quality wise versus having a ton of people and then not giving them the time of day. Work on being the best you, the best partner, the best coach you can be, and focus on that. Don't worry about huge numbers. Like you want to be able to serve the people that you have. and be the best you can be, and then grow steadily. Get into a habit of asking yourself, does this support the person I want to show up as? That question, I saw it bajillion times this past week. Is this the person who I want to show up as? For me, is this a person that I want Brooks to be when he grows up? Like, think about those types of things if you have kids. Think about the friends you have. Would they approve of me if I did XYZ? Or would my family be able to support me if I did XYZ? Kind of stuff like that. Big picture wise. Remember, these are just some takeaways. Growth is uncomfortable, but it is so rewarding. So find comfort in the unknown and the discomfort, because you know that staying in your comfort zone is not working. So that's a good quote. Aim for 100%, but be happy with 90%. Things will always come up that are outside of your control. If you're really hard on yourself and let negative self-talk in, you'll be more discouraged rather than recognizing that you are still making incredible progress. It's important to find a balance between being compassionate with yourself and still being driven towards success. Create daily rituals that support you in your journey, but also give you the flexibility to take time off when you need it. That's huge. And then starting is the hardest part. We know this with fitness. We know it. Starting is the hardest part, but it does get easier. And I'm sure Danielle Thurman will be able to be like, yes, like it's hard to start, but now that you've started, you're so freaking consistent. Like, it's the same thing when it goes with our business, with relationships, like so many different things. Students, starting is the hardest part. But once you really get to know them and find their triggers, like it does get easier. There might be some off days. There might be some really amazing days, but it gets better. So here are some examples of my past vision boards, if you want to be specific. So this one has like categories, like all the categories we talked about. This one was kind of just my throw it on in different areas. And 2022, like I was able to check off a lot of things, which was great. And so 2023, honestly, I made it, but then I was pregnant and yeah, it got pushed to the side, to be honest. So a lot of the things I think, yeah, a lot of the things we did actually do, I just didn't check in with it, which is the whole point of actually having a vision board, is checking in with it. But this one was huge because I had it on my desktop, which is great. So make a vision board or make a goal board, make a vision something to put around your room, put around your wall, places that you frequent all the time. For me, it was in the workout room on my computer, because every time I logged into my computer, it was right there in my face. So these are some really good examples. I can give you a blank one of these if you would like. I can share it with you. That's editable. But who's glowing in 2024 together with me? So that's it. That's all I got. I haven't looked at the chat.
Wow, that was freaking awesome.
Oh, a speed fire. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. You kept to your time. I think this is all really important because we forget, like, sitting for 20 minutes and really thinking about the vision for your life, and not just thinking about it, writing it down, saying it out loud to your partner, having a goal conversation with your partner, right? So they don't just live here, they are actually expressed. And like I put a monthly goal on my dry erase board that I sit at my desk every day. So like those things really matter. There's actually proven facts of us. I don't know the exact statistic, but it's very high percentage when you write your goals down, they are much more they're much more able to happen.
Yeah.
It's because it's like connecting your cognitive self to them more deeply than just like thinking about it in a passing thought, right? So I hope you guys can maybe go through this recording and go through Rachel's slides, schedule a time, maybe right after Christmas next week when you have a little bit more downtime and things aren't as crazy, to like set at your goals and actually write them down and also share them with someone. Like you can share them in this team, of course, but it is cool to look back and think like, wow, that actually happened because I actually wrote it down and I actually put it on a board and it actually came to fruition. But if nobody knows about it and nobody, like, you don't share it with anyone, number one, nobody can hold you accountable to it. But you also, like, you need someone to help you walk through, okay, it's just like Rachel said, like, I want to lose 10 pounds. While that's great and measurable, what are the actions that are going to back up to make that goal happen? And that's where like the difference maker is. And you start layering in things in your calendar, like Rachel was mentioning, like she has a reminder to do the recipe of the week or whatever she's doing. Those things, I know I'm squirrel brain, so like it's very easy for me to get all out there and just be like, yeah, that sounds like a great goal. It's going to be fun and it's going to stretch me, but like, how does it actually happen? So this is the last community call of the year outside of the Secret Santa we're doing on the 27th. So we're definitely going to do a follow-up in January on this because I think it'll be a really great time to just like hone in on what are those goals? What do they mean to you? Like really reverse engineer for you guys live on a mentorship session so that we really dive into them and have a game plan for the year that's broken down and makes it simple for yourself and that excites you. Because I know for me, like the things that I've done in my life would have never happened if I weren't saying them out loud, if I weren't connecting with someone every day about them, if I weren't like having a measurable task. And one other thing I'll just leave you with is we as humans are goal driven. So when we feel overwhelmed or lost or stressed out, it's often because we're not going towards something. And it sounds counterintuitive, but it's actually really true and backed up by science. You can do a lot of research on it, which I think is so interesting because it's true. Like I think about it over the last year or two, like I haven't as been specific about what I want in my business or, like there's other things that I've focused on, but when you get really specific and clear on what you want and why you want it, you feel less stressed, you feel less overwhelmed because the path becomes clear. You take out all the fluff, like Rachel mentioned, and you focus on the things that truly matter to you. So I think it would be a really great thing. Maybe we can have Rachel come back and do a like mentorship call in January because she totally rocked this. I think
Well,
that
I
would be a
wanna
good
I wanna
follow-up.
say one more thing before we go, because this is just like what Danielle said, being clear, it helps you when you focus on one thing specifically, it will clear everything out from your path. For example, I had a baby this year, y'all, and I'm already back down to my pre-pregnancy weight. Like it's that clear. Like if you really set intention, I told my husband, I said, I need to work out every day. It helps me be the best version of myself. It helps me show up. So he helps me with that. He wakes the baby up, he feeds him. Get your people on board that support you because then your goals will be able to be attainable. Like this would not be able to be attainable without the accountability of you guys, without his help every morning. Like that's what goal setting and vision is all about. So there you go. I'm done.
Love that. Well, thanks for sharing your heart, Rach. It was
Yeah.
nice to see you lead and continue to see other voices showing up in 2024. Holy moly. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I will share this recording and Rachel can post the slides in the hub. And I'm excited to see your vision boards. I will say one tool that is great to kind of lay those out if you're looking for something is to use Canva. You can upload like images that inspire you and place them kind of like a scrapbook that's digital and it makes it super simple. I can post the link after this, but we all pretty much use that frequently and it's fun. So
Thank y'all for coming. I
yeah,
appreciate
have a very Merry Christmas and I'll see your booties on Zoom tomorrow. Love you guys.